not streaming. You were hosting Smoke Alok.
Yeah, I know. It was like auto-hosting everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I believe it will go back. I just push the start streaming again button. I don't know what happened. My entire freaking computer lost internet.
That is really strange.
Yay, okay, I believe I am back. I'm back looking at my channel that is hosting Smoke Alok. That's funny. Alright, so still hosting from me. Higher, back. Good. Okay, so where were we? What we were talking about, actually. Do you remember?
We were talking about the changes
Yeah?
for the shards, and I mentioned that to Etienne.
Okay, for the shards, okay.
And then I think we were talking about something else.
Yeah. I don't know. I was reading the sorting and inventory thing, and yeah, there's a bunch of people saying that the interface sucks, which I do agree. Like it wasn't originally planned for that. But a funny
Mm-hmm.
thing I see is people are actually complaining that crafting takes too much importance now. And that really makes me laugh because a month ago people were like, "We need more item, we want more item," and now we made more
Yeah,
item, and I was like, "Why the hell you done that?" It was like everything is about crafting now. I was like,
it's yeah, I know.
so I just yeah, we all play gas. Thank you very much for the host, man. Sorry if I broke your host attempt, man. Like it was exactly on the host thing. It just broke the entire. I don't know, like one of my two computer, my streaming computer just exploded. So yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we'll be okay once we actually once we do the anniversary update one, and then when we actually do an update for late game players where we give them something to do.
mm-hmm.
Um, I think all of the complaints about crafting being the only thing you do in this game anymore will just go away.
Yeah, and then something else will be there though.
Yeah, exactly. They'll complain about something else, but at
Yeah,
least they
yeah.
won't be complaining about crafting.
But it's fun. It's fun though. I mean, it's okay to see like what it is. Like I don't like to use them with the word complaining, but like it's nice. It's nice to see like what people want to improve. Although we always have to think that this is like 2 or 3 people. It's not like the majority of people. So it
Hmm.
represents that. So we always have to check out like okay, what should we do about that? But yeah. Alright, Conix, thank you much. Thank you very much, man. Time for time for a new chess. Hang on, I didn't even have the stream RPG open. Should be now. Should be now. Woot. Voila. I'm gonna put like a little something. I'm gonna start this, and I will ask you to clip. Boop. Alright guys, I just was looking at this thread over here, sorting items and inventory, and I was looking about the complaints for the interface and the crafting taking too much time, so I just wanted to make a little comment on that. First, yes, the inventory was not planned to have like millions items over there. We do want to sort that out. We do want to make some shortcuts so it's get easier and easier for the forge to craft stuff. And another thing, something as well, like in 20 seconds, like months ago, people were asking more items and more unique items and more recipe for the crafting. We added that, and now people say that the craft is taking too much time. So, not too much time, but too much important in the game. So we're just like trying to figure out, like, okay, yes, now that we implemented that, the crafting system is pretty important. What else can we do? But we did that in response to your feedback. So just like keep in mind that we always trying to provide a new content and trying to provide new stuff that you want that you want for the game, but sometimes this has some consequences, and the crafting thing being one. So we're on top of this and keep giving our feedback. Thank you. Clip. I like
You should.
LT. What?
What's up?
Go ahead.
You should share your screen on Skype.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I can change. There you go.
You better.
You better, motherfucker. Yeah, does it fit in the clip? Because I
don't know. We went over there.
I went over a bit because I was trying to say a multiple thing actually. Maybe I should start back and say for the inventory thing. There's one thing I'm wondering. Like, is 2 weeks too much? Too fast? Because we keep getting new content and everything. Although, no, I don't think so. No. Because I was saying that having 2 weeks interface makes us... how can I say that? It forces us. There you go. Making updates in 2 weeks force us to not make like interface update, for example, like the book thing, the cookbook thing will take a while to do because we're trying to cram up the St. Valentine's Day in the same time and everything, and then we're just gonna do like okay. I foresee the future. We're gonna do the Valentine's Day update with the little events just for something, and then people will say they still haven't got the interface. So you're buying a bunch of fucktoys. So that's why I was saying, are we making too much update, too many updates? Although I think that no, I think that 2 weeks is nice, and it's just that we better ignore specific people and just like try to bring new content and the content for everybody else. That's my point of view. What do you think, Ojak?
Yeah, I agree, because the UI or okay, a better way to put this would be, could the UI use some work? Yes, totally agree. The way that I kind of originally imagined it is you like actually drag the items where you want them to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it would require so much actual new code to do that it would take a while. Yeah. The other thing too is we could even set up for the forge, we could change it to where when you select an item, the whole thing doesn't go down, and instead you go to the forge and then the items pop up and you tap 3 items.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That would improve it a lot. Like, there are a lot of little things that we can do. But as to whether or not we can do that in 2 weeks, I think the problem has been that we've been trying to do huge feature in 2 weeks, huge feature in 2 weeks, and huge feature in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And like you said, we haven't been taking advantage of the fact that all these huge features we've built to be ridiculously easy to expand on. Like, I'm already done with the Valentine's Day update. Like, no lie, I got the store set up with a bunch of items. I've gotten the visuals for the Valentine's Day currency and all that in there, and I just finished up adding the splash screen.
Oh. Okay.
So we have a couple more little things to tweak. Like, I still have to add, I still have to change the visuals in a couple places, but yeah, we're basically good to go for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, and
sweet.
Adding a new event is that easy. Adding new items and recipes is that easy.
Nice. Fucking nice. Can we have the button, the craft button in interface and then
the boosting?
Yeah, the boosting.
Yeah, I should do that.
Can't wait.
I think we can do that.
Yay. Actually, friends, cut out the first 15 seconds since you don't say anything important. I don't need to read the thread. Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Harley. Thanks, Lartland. I was trying to do yes, really, if you have the money and Kojak is available, why stop or slow down? If you have the money in Kojak... No, I was not saying why stop or slow down. I was not talking about slowing down. I was actually talking about making bigger update, but update with only 1 month instead. You know?
Yeah.
But I think that whatever we do, there are going to be people that will be salty, whatever.
And to kind of touch on that a little bit too, it's not necessarily that we don't have the money and that I'm not available. It's that there are only so many hours in the day.
Yep. Yep.
There's only so much you can do in 2 weeks.
We should hire Omar the Pirate though. He said he's a coder and he's fucking awesome. Like I'm a coder and I don't like those interface. Like what?
Dude,
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna message Larklin real quick here. Okay. Let me take a look here. Here's what's needed on the next update. Lots of great things. Need to double the slots in the arcane to 10 and make the ghost limit at least 30. And something to organize all our items. Yeah, I was thinking...
What? Go ahead. Did you read something? What?
Yeah, it's a thread.
Okay.
It just says, here's what's needed with the next update.
Okay.
But yeah, I had mentioned raising the ghost cap, and I think both you and Etienne said that you would rather us kind of turn it into a mechanic where we have an item that raises the ghost cap.
Yeah.
And if we did that, I think it'd be pretty cool to raise it to 27, and then you get an item that raises it by 9. Mm-hmm. So each time you can kind of craft another batch of ectoplasm.
Yep.
But as far as raising the slots to 10 in the arcane, I think 5 is actually a pretty good number.
That is actually a good, like that is right there contradictory, you know? Like, the people said the crafting is taking too much importance. And here that guy saying, can you make us craft even more stuff? So, what do we do?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good thing. Like, at the end of the day, we have to trust ourselves, like the game dev. We have to say, like, okay, like, you know, that's what we have, that's what we should do, and that's what we can do. That's what we can do in specific amount of time. Like, I know I was in the same boat like 10 years ago when I wasn't a game designer, when I didn't make any games, and I was just always picturing the perfect game in my head. It was like, oh, that would be so easy, and so, like, why don't they do this and everything? But yeah, when you actually make them, you realize that your perfect idea often turn into shit, and you're like, fuck, why isn't it working? It was perfect in my head, there was nobody else for messing that out. I just make it up, and then boom, it's like, it's shit. So then you try to fiddle around and say, okay, that's the problem here, there, blah blah blah, and but anyway, it's just like we can say that all the time.
Yep.
Like, I'm fine if they Omar the Pirate, like, right over there. I'm fine if they add more crafting slots, and he said that the crafting takes too much stuff, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Anyway,
this update, but yeah, we
I
should
think
not focus on the. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not even sure if you could call him a troll, but anyway.
Yeah, he will almost fall there.
Most people have been saying, too, that you always want to have one of your arcane slots making a splinter. Mm-hmm. And that kind of tells me, because people are like, oh, you know, you have 4 slots for other items and 1 for the splinter. But as soon as I read that, I'm like, that's not... That means we need more choices for players. You know what I mean? Like, extra credits. I remember they did a video a while ago on something, I can't remember the term, but it was like the single predominant strategy or something like that.
Okay.
When one thing in a game is just fundamentally stronger than anything else.
Yeah, you're just gonna use that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the only thing that players will do. They'll just do that thing.
Got it.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm really excited if we add the monsters that have, like, really unique drop tables and stuff. Is because, in the mid game, as soon as you find the arcane, you're like, oh, dude, I can make this fucking shard and it can double my DPS, hell yeah. And you make a couple of those and you like progress even further.
Yeah.
But then eventually you're like, oh, okay, so this is the only thing I can make. But by that point, hopefully you'll have access to these monsters with the really crazy drop tables and items that you can try to combine together to get like even more powerful bonuses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I agree that, like for example, the chest thing in the Forge should be revamped. Like nobody goes in the chest ever,
Yeah.
in the chest tab ever. But if it was something like you spend one day and then you get a very fucking huge chest that might contain a prism, for example, then you might go and try to do the lottery with that dude, with that.
Mm-hmm.
With that one, you know. So, yeah, do agree for that. We might need to do separate things. Like, if we make the player to just wondering, should I do this or that, that will be the perfect situation. That will be like,
Yep.
okay, we nailed it, you know. So right
Yep.
now it's all between shards and forge. I did at one point said like, okay, I'm not gonna do a shard. I'm gonna do 3 forged things, because I'll be able to use a bonus in 4 hours and then make that, and then I'll switch back to the shards. So I did a little wiggle around of strategy, but it's not as deep as having like a huge decision to make every 4 hours, you know.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. And
Totally
I kind of think that, oh my God, hello, bird. I kind of think that we should not have many more tiers, if any, other than the Mayhem and the Fortune shards.
Mm-hmm.
Just because even if we made some of the higher level items require shards, that's still the same problem.
Yeah. Yep.
I would rather make them need rubbish or ectoplasm. Rename to Kark.
You could have to Kark, yeah, rename the Kark. We should have like maybe another slot or something that will just pump out ghosts, as you said. So you take one of the slots and just like, okay, you pump out slot. So ghost, I mean. So then pump out slots. So you love that one. Pump out slots.
Stilts.
Come on, Forge. 3D prints those slots. But yeah, like something like that, and then you can choose like, okay, should I forge something or should I just take all of my slots to pump out ghosts, you know? So that will make it nicer. Yeah, so great work, developers. Sweet! Something to organize all items. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm afraid of the Valentine's thing because do we have time to do the sorting on items, man? You know, there was like one button into the interface.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And it's like you said, it's the max button that can flip between the different types.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I can do.
Yeah.
I can add a button. It'll take me. Maybe I can do that and the Devil Deal boost button. I'll have to take a look.
Okay.
But I can add a button to filter the items. And I can basically do Arcane, and it'll show you the shards and your Arcane items. I can do Monster, and it'll show you only the Monster items. And then you can do Unique or Key, but it flips between the different rarities.
So a filter, okay.
Yeah, and it'll only show you those rarities. I might not even have to do Monster. We might just be able to do Arcane and everything. And it just cycles between the different rarities and only shows you those items. And that might make forging much better. I just have to save in your game what you set the filter to, and then the final one can just be all. Excuse you, come here. Oh, and she's away.
Come here!
Yeah, she's just mad. Sort by type, done deal.
Yeah, so sort or filter?
I think doing a filter will give us the most bang for our buck. Because then I can just go through the list and ignore anything that doesn't match the filter. Yeah. Whereas sorting is a whole algorithm.
Yeah.
because then you have to sort the items that fall under the same type, and then you have to choose how you want to sort them, so we have to do the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe we should. Okay. Yeah, I believe that sort should be there by default. Like every time you get a new items, we just sort them into a specific way, so at least it looks nice in the interface. And then if you just do the filters, you can just see whatever you want. So because like, why would you sort in, like, for example, in Final Fantasy, you just do sort, and then it's sorted for you. It's not like sort by X, Y, Z, blah blah blah, and then it's all about filters. So that's why I believe we could do a sort, like an auto sort that's just check out different items. So starts up with the unique one, for example, and then go down. It could just be sorting by the model ID name, for example. It could be maybe that, or I don't know, like a sorting mechanic. And then join the battle. Sanity is not for me, not form. Sorry, sanity is not for me. Just subscribe. Thank you very much for the punch in the face, man. Bam. Sanity is just for me.
Love it.
Form. Whoopsie. So yeah, that could do it. And you know what? Maybe I'm gonna help you tonight. You like when I say that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we sorted it by rarity, and then we did a filter by rarity, I think that would alleviate 99% of the problems.
We don't need to filter by rarity, though. I mean, just showing rare items and normal items, for example. I don't care. It will be like a type of. It will be a type of item, and not a rarity of item, because no, you're right. That will be better, because otherwise it will be very hard to do. But actually the rarity, like the normal, uncommon, and rare thing, I was thinking about that like just before going to the stream, and those would need like a complete overhaul.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense anymore. At the beginning it was like, okay, this is normal, this is uncommon, and blah blah blah. But now tablets should be uncommon, potions, chalice, all those stuff, and monster items should be uncommon, or just normal, I mean. And yeah, it will be like, it will need a complete overhaul, because it's just, we just went away from that, but that will make like a lot of time.
Also, that monster item types are not very expandable. Like if we wanted to add another 5 or 6 star items, I can't just add the next rarity. I actually have to go in and add each one of them as a separate type with a separate rarity. Yeah. So we can't make like 37 star items as much as I would love to.
Yeah, at one point we should have like a big discussion on this and say like, hey guys, we feel that there's a problem over there. What should we do? So we could just like get rid of all those items and just make people switch it for all common or all uncommon without removing any bonuses. So we were gonna cap it on top. So for example, if you have a normal item, it will be boosted up to a rare one, and then we call this one the normal. So you just open the game and then bam, you have like lots of DPS better than before. So we will need something like a big reform like that, but that means a lot of possible bug and possible item loss and shit like that. So but it is worthy of discussion though, because I hate how we distribute the normal, uncommon, and rare thing. I mean, normal item are more rare than rare item.
Yeah, which is really funny.
Yeah. So, yep.
Totally agree. Although, somebody did have a suggestion. I don't remember where it was. Where the hell was it? Oh, here we go. A rubbish dump in hell, which allows you basically, instead of having to craft 3 items into rubbish, Whoa, hello, bird. You can just sacrifice instead of breaking items for orbs, you would just be able to like feed them into this giant garbage fire, and it would just give you more rubbish.
Nice, nice.
And then it has the possibility to like generate rubbish over time, which I really like. But that kind of, I mean, even if we did it without a use for rubbish, it would be funny. But I feel like then we would have to find some use for rubbish. But you just reminded me of that because if we have normal items that are just absolute kind of trash, that people could actually just trash those items.
The trash thing, we need to do something with that as well.
We do. We really do.
Our mistake was to make recipes that make like a heap and stuff like that. That was our mistake, though. It was a cool thing, but it kind of it kind of hint that something will be done at the end of that, and nope, there wasn't. So it's kind of piss you off as a player. If you find you're like, oh my god, I found something special in the game. Nothing. Oh, fuck you.
I don't know. Like my inner nihilist loves that. That you just like you get to the end and you make the rubbish dump, and it's just stop making rubbish.
Yeah, that's it. Hang on. I think having 5 is sensible and should stay that way. If people want to craft for an item, you can generally sacrifice that time crafting boost and split. There is a working interesting because the strategy is to influence progress. If people want to clean up their inventory, they can, but don't ask for slots. Yeah, people I think can do something about it, and they have. Yay! I like this guy. I like
Which
this
thread
guy.
is that?
It was the here's what's needed on the next update. And they are arguing about having more slots.
Yeah, again, I think 5 is a good number.
Yeah, I don't
even just from a gameplay perspective, right?
Yeah. 5 is even like maybe we should have just put it at 3 first and then released it at 5 later on. Maybe we dropped the sauce a little bit too much on this one.
I really like that phrase. I've never heard it before.
Drop the sauce.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, whoops! When you put a little bit too much.
A little too much sauce.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So a little bit of backstory because my roommates and we all have this inside joke. When we were in Chicago last year, we were at doing like mini golf, and one of my roommates just whenever you hit it a little too hard or you like missed the hole or whatever, he just started saying you put a little too much sauce on it. And then whenever it was like you had to hit it really hard to get it into the hole in one, he was just like you gotta put some sauce on it. And he just kept saying that over and over. And he just made it up and we laughed at it, so we just kept doing it.
Maximum sauce.
Yeah, exactly. But when you said that, that's just immediately what I thought of.
We got another sword item here. Sword item! There you go.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
units have bigger mess than ever. Yeah. Good shit, good shit. That's some good shit right there. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, sword item. There's a lot of people asking for it. I think that if we do the sword item at the same time, I'll see. Like tonight, I might have some time tonight, and if I do so, like maybe I'm gonna put the kid to sleep. It sounds like I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna put them to sleep, and maybe like make a little special stream saying like, "Hey, you wanted your sword? Here's your freaking sword." And doing on the stream right there.
Here it is.
We might do something for that.
You asked for this.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought rubbish boosting was not needed anymore. What? Is this good or bad? I don't understand.
I don't know. Is it a thread?
No, it's people talking in chat.
Okay.
Because what the system was, whenever you finished an item with diamonds, it would reset your devil deal boost. So there was a meta where players would intentionally make rubbish and then skip it with diamonds, since it only took a minute, and it took 1 diamond to do. So basically, you would pay the diamond to reset your devil deal boost timer.
Got it.
And Yeah, and I feel like with 5 crafting slots, that is not a thing that was needed. So I took out the, and it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense if you finish an item with diamonds, then your devil deal boost resets for all the other items.
Yeah.
But
I was watching an ad. Sorry. Mm.
uh, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's just a story. I have no thoughts.
Sorry. Like Omar just said, like somebody said, why is there a ghost limit? And I do agree, the ghost limit thing. We should put it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And like so Larkland reply, because before it was not, there was a cap to prevent huge stockpile, blah blah blah. So he just replied, and the guy said thank you. And then Omar just said, like, why don't they raise it right now? Why are they wasting time? They should release it right now. And the guy just replied, the last update is not even out for all players yet. Give them more than a couple of days. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although I do agree that we could put it at like 25 or 30 or something. Because after a while, it's like, there's a cap, but I feel that we are a little bit too strict on the cap. And I don't like, the more I think of it, and having a wallet to increase with the items and everything, doesn't really make sense, because it's the only items that does have a cap. And it just don't make sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm totally there with you. The reason we originally did that was because within 30 minutes, players had 300.
Yeah.
And it was going to break the game.
Yeah, I do agree. But I think that maybe 20 is not that much. Like, if we put at 50, it's still going to prevent people to... it's still going to prevent people... Or 25. It's still going to prevent people to break the game. But at least it won't feel like a... if we put like 99, for example, if we put 99, people will all accept it, because 99 is the maximum of a digit. People will be like, okay, good, sure.
Yeah.
It's 99. It's a cap, right? And still, it's not going to break the game in any way. So.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of raising it to 27 or 28, because somebody suggested 28, because then you always have just one ghost for the slot. Yeah. You never run out. But part of me really likes the idea of raising it to a multiple of ectoplasm, a multiple of 3, and then introducing items to expand it, so it becomes its own gameplay mechanic,
How about having a unique item right now for Valentine's Day that increased the cap for 20? Or 5, or whatever.
Yeah,
or
I like that.
So, it will be very easy right now, and it's something that doesn't require any difficulty, challenge or whatever, but there's a unique item right there, increase the ghost cap by 10, or whatever, 25. It's super easy to do, and people will see that we listen.
Yeah, we could totally do that. Like, the final item for the Valentine's Day event raises it by a multiple of 3, so 18 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the final item, because I don't care about the cap at 20 myself as a player, because whenever I'm back at 0, because right now actually I'm just crafting a shit ton of mason jar, because I had a million of callus, so I'm just doing that. And now the cap of 20, I was able to make ghost, and then whenever I want more ghosts, I just open up the game and kill a few villagers, and then boop, my cap is up at 20 again, So, I don't know, I don't feel like... The thing is, yes, there's a cap at 20, but the thing is, the drop rate is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, the villagers' drop rate is insane, so you can refill your cap very fast, So, either we up the cap to like, I don't know, 50 right now, and we drop the rate by 10, for example. So when you get one, you want to keep it, or yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, on the one hand,
Sorry. Larkland is saying Bob's special juice and larger cap by 20.
I know, I love it.
It's beautiful.
Um,
And larger cap.
but the like you were saying, that basically, if you fill your entire arcane inventory with ghosts, you've used 15. And then you go back into the main world and you hit your ability, you kill villagers for 5 minutes, and you're back at 20.
Yeah.
Like, the cap is literally... The only reason I think that it actually mattered is because people would sit in the arcane and they would make ectoplasm, make rubbish, skip the rubbish, and then make ectoplasm, boost it, and then make rubbish and skip it. And they would sit there and just churn out ectoplasm for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, like I wouldn't mind to have an item for Valentine's Day right now, upping the cap by 30, even 30. Because when we're gonna have a mechanic that just pump out ghosts, 50 ghosts won't be that much. Because it's gonna take like a few hours and then bam. Well, maybe not 50, maybe 50 too much. But like let's add 10 for example. So it goes to 30. The cap will be 30 instead. So 30, it actually makes a beautiful multiple of 3. So it's like 10.
Yeah.
And it's a nice item, and then it's not gonna screw up. We're still gonna have the need to increase the cap when we're gonna have the ectoplasm builder factory or whatever we call it.
Yep.
Like because 30 won't be that much at that point.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, go ahead.
especially with the cookbook, because that's the cookbook and the ectoplasm shortcut are going to also alleviate a lot of concerns, because if you want to make the higher level ones, you have to sit in the arcane and click through all the menus 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as we implement it, you're just going to be able to go in, say, I want to make a prism. It'll take your 81 ghosts and fuse them into a prism, which will be really, really nice. But in order to do that, the cap has to be at least 81. And part of the other reason that I like the idea of the item that increases that is because then you're like, oh shit, now that I have 2 of these, I can jump immediately to a cube. I don't have to make the ectoplasm balls anymore.
Yeah. Can you add that? Like, if you're up to, I will definitely like that unique item for Valentine's Day. And again, maybe not like as the last one, because if we do like what's inside the chest and we give like the 10 ghost cap, I believe that a lot of people will be disappointed, including myself. I'll be like, okay, I guess. You know, it will be. I'll feel good, but not like awesome good. But
I don't think we should do a hidden item for Valentine's Day, only because it's kind of a smallish update. Jesus Christ, Bird. But I do like the idea of having that as one of the items.
God Apocalypse. Still think there should be an L building to reduce crafting time. To be honest, yep, I do agree, and it's in the to-do list actually. It's something that we don't want to do. Have a something that boosts the crafting time for whatever X, Y, and Z. So yes, we do want, and yes, we want. We will do it. But yeah, sorting, crafting, ghost cap.
Yeah, now all of a sudden it's so much in literally 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel that we cleared a couple of things though. If we manage to make this filter and the sort, like the automatic sort, filter, ghost cap item for this week, yeah, I think that would be nice. That'd be a nice little update.
Especially since the items that I've added for Valentine's right now are actually all the levels of ectoplasm.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that is kind of a nice little in-between now and the actual cookbook itself.
Mm-hmm.
Is you can trade in the villager hearts for different levels of ectoplasm.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. That'll be a big sink as well. Like people will be
Mm-hmm.
able to get the hearts and just like spend them into the ectoplasm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. And also, since you're giving actual heart, giving souls in exchange of heart, that kind of makes
Right?
sense, right?
Yeah.
That fucking makes sense. I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
So if we make this a little bit more soul ectoplasm focused,
yeah.
it'll give people a nice way to earn ectoplasm while still playing the game.
Yep. Totally agree. Maybe we should not just do it for 4 days then. Why not
Do it
spending
for
that? Why not spending that for 2 weeks?
We could totally do that.
I don't know. Like
When was
since there's a lot. Like at first, it was like, oh, we're just gonna have like an item and hearts and that's it. But the more we talk about it, the more we get nice ideas to just boost it up. And then we're gonna be able to skip an update because you're gonna have to make another update on top of that, and that takes like fucking pushing an update takes an entire day.
Yeah, it does.
So we're gonna save one day as well, and people will be able to just make ectoplasm faster during that 2 week.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Totally agree.
Okay, I really love those 30 minutes that are now actually 1 hour. 30 minutes of talking about some vials. I feel that we brainstorm with you guys as well. Actually, in the chat, you guys are giving like very nice ideas, and we just brainstorm and find the thing that I like is not only we find ways to make cool features or cool item in the game, but we find it as it fits in production. And that's the highest difficulty as a game dev, is like, how can we do this awesome thing and make it fit into that very tiny hole, you know?
Yep.
Why on GSB? Sorry, Emily. I was working on just GSB. I was actually ignoring the chat for an entire hour and a half. The Latch 10 Diamond Scroll quote the starfish from Charlie the Unicorn during the Valentine's. Latch really loves you.
Put a banana in your ear.
What was the song again?
I
What was the
honestly
song
don't
of
remember.
the first mountain thing.
Candy Mountain?
Yeah. Oh, it was something very fast
Charlie.
though. It was something. Yeah, fuck, I missed
I
it.
don't remember. Dude, it's been so long since I've seen those.
And then he explodes. Something like
When
that.
you lift the ghost cap with an event item, what about the players that start playing in like March or so?
The
What?
item will be in the item dump. Every
Yes.
item that you get into an event are available into the item dump. The sleazy guys. Yeah, for example, the Easter last year, that started up on Easter last year. We had a huge argument on that. Like, how can we get the items from an event if the event has passed? And that's why we came up with the item dump guy. So whenever an event is done, he's gonna get it there, and you can exchange it with diamonds.
Yep. I think
Shiny. Sorry, somebody said that I had to do it. Otherwise, they will remove my license as a twist streamer.
watch out for the blah blah blah.
Watch out for the blah blah blah.
God, I love those so much. Yeah, I think that we should also introduce maybe some items from challenges or such, or allow you to craft a certain number of the ghost cap raising items, so that it's not just with diamonds. But yeah.
What do you mean? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Oh, if we have from like in the future an item in the event store or the diamond store that allows you to raise your ghost cap, I think we need other ways to raise the ghost caps that's not locked behind diamonds.
Okay, yeah. In the future, yeah.
Yeah, like a way, something you can craft or challenges you can do if we want them to be actually unique.
Yeah. In order, but before doing that, we need the actual factory or the
Exactly.
factory thing. So.
There's no reason to have it without that.
Yeah. Yep. All right. By the way, this Thanksgiving event is still active. What? How long is the Thanksgiving? Is it probably because of the sleazy guy saying like only 0 hour left or something like that?
Well, yeah, that there is a bug there, but actually, I think. Let me double check. I don't know that I ever removed the Thanksgiving challenge.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Oops.
Whatever. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's it, man. It's been an hour already, so I'm gonna switch back to GSB.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, did you send that to the group about the ghost cap item?
Yes.
And also the last thing that we need to talk. And actually, I think I'm gonna call you guys just right after this. I'm gonna close the show, and maybe we should make a little brainstorm and talk about that. There was that. It was the ghost cap, and there was the what again? Fuck. The ghost cap, the ectoplasm thing. Oh, the updates that we just make like an update that lasts for two weeks instead of 4 days.
Yes.
All right. So you noted all that. Sweet.
Yep.
Okay. So man, I'm gonna close the show like right now. Go to toilet because my bladder is about to explode. And yeah, I'm gonna call you right after that, Shane.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna switch to GSB.
Yep. Sounds good, man.
Alright. See you, man. Boop. And he's out. And boom! Intro. Guys! You're the best! Like those little some viral thing at the end of the day. Because usually when it's 4 p.m. my brain is dead and I cannot work anymore. So having some brainstorm and talking to the chat and everything, that's a nice place to do it. Like at the end of the day when my brain is dead. So I feel that's nice and I feel it's a good use of time. Work smarter, not harder. So guys, thank you very much for watching. As usual, you can forget to follow. As usual, you can forget. Don't forget to follow the channel. Please do it. Shia LaBeouf, is he here? Oh yeah, he's here. There we go. Do it!
Do it!
Feels a little bit
Just
old.
do it!
That joke is getting old. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you back next Wednesday. I'm gonna host somebody. I don't know who I'm gonna punch in the face, but stick around. Probably Smoke Hello because I'm auto-hosting him, so probably that. So thank you very much again, guys. See you later. I love you all. You guys are the best, especially you. Goodbye.